What's up, everybody? We're back again. It's episode 206 of the Dadbod Golf Pod. Happy Friday. Tonight's episode, I'm so excited because Nate has put together this is our majors year in review show. This was one of the first shows we ever did with Nate when he jumped on the podcast. I think we've just about hit a year. We talked about our year anniversary a couple of years ago, or a couple of weeks ago. This is the year right just past the year anniversary when Nate joined the show too. So Nate, happy 1 year anniversary. Ben, happy 1 year anniversary of us being the trifecta. We're so excited. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Bet Online, the number one sports betting website in the universe, not just the planet Earth, the whole universe.
I have the bill right here, Kyle. It was $719 that I went in the hospital.
$719.
Yeah.
Wow. So we're 2 days beyond it. That's amazing.
Still paying that bill, aren't you?
That's
Ain't
amazing.
no damn doubt, baby.
Can you put that on layaway?
Can we get a discount code for EAMC for Dadbod Golf Pod?
Hashtag
appendix less for 10% off.
Use coupon code appendix for free shipping. Oh man, Bet Online
rub down from the.
So let's go back. Let's get back.
And they didn't even let me bring it home. I was like, "Hey, can I bring it home?" And they were like, "No, that's disgusting. Why would you want to do
It's
that?"
gonna be like Silence of the Lambs, where he's in that garage, and all of a sudden you just find
I was
something.
like, I want to see it like on the jar up on the mantle for the kids to be like, "What is
That's
that?"
disgusting. It's a pickle.
Tell you what, that's what happens when an appendix goes wrong. It's a pickle. You want to try it? You want to try a bite?
Yeah, it's a kosher deal. All right, here we go. Bet Online. It's where the game starts and stuff. Use coupon code BLEAV, BLEAV. Get a 50% welcome bonus when you on your first deposit.
This has already started out on fire.
All the betting lines you can possibly imagine, and not only that, but an online casino. What can go wrong? Sign up today. Have some fun. Bet Online, where the game starts. Tonight is Nate's brainchild. He did this last year. It's time to do it this year. Nate, I want you to take over right now and let's just charge the electricity. Let's have some fun. Let's talk about 2022, a year in review, all four majors. Let's do it.
We are going to do a year in review, as Kyle just said, the 4 major championships. I'm going to run through them real quick as a refresher for you, the listener. So as we talk, you'll remember exactly what happened at the Masters
from 1 year ago.
And the Masters in Augusta. Scotty Scheffler ran away with it. The PGA Championship was a playoff won by Justin Thomas over Will Zalatoris. The U.S. Open at Brookline was won by Matthew Fitzpatrick down the line against Zalatoris. And, of course, the Open Championship just a couple short days ago was won by Cameron, the sex icon, Smith.
Yes. Sexy bastard he is.
Bearing those in mind, we got some really fun categories. We're going to kind of try and break it down in every single direction with these 4 majors. So we're going to start off. We're going to rank the majors 1 through 4. And I told the guys I really want them to use the barometer of what is going to have, what these majors is going to age the best to worst. Not saying that the 4th one's going to age badly.
Not necessarily our favorites, because we've done that before. This is more along the lines of what we saw on the course.
And what will stay? Like in 10 years from now, like 2022 majors, like what do you think should be the first one that people remember, right? Who won or something that happened? So anyway, with that in mind, let's start off with Benjamin Taylor, a good friend, appendix or not, lock and load, Benny, go.
Am I doing all 4 or just we're doing our first one?
Rank them.
Yeah, you rank all 4 of yours. So,
okay. So right now,
give them to me in ascending. So give me your 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right.
You guys like that? Do you guys like that?
Sure. I like it. Let's start from the bottom.
Oh, this is going against everything that I completely stand for because it happens to be my favorite, but it's got to go in there at 4, and that would be the Masters this year. Ooh. Augusta National has got to be number 4.
The old 4-putt winner.
Yeah. Any time that you can 6-putt on the final hole and still win the golf tournament, Rory had his chance and just didn't take advantage of it. Where have we heard that before? So Scheffler ends up sticking that one out. So that's number 4. Number 3, I kind of struggled with this one. And the reason being is just because one of them was a playoff and the other one could have been a playoff. So I think they could have either one been there. So I'm going to go U.S. Open as being number 3, just because he ended up winning it instead of it going to a playoff. And then 2 being the PGA Championship, that JT miraculously falls in there because of the meltdown. And then number 1, because the man shoots a 64 on the final day, with Rory deciding to lay up and play the weak sauce all Sunday afternoon.
Recency
just like
bias.
He did at Augusta National. Yeah. Give me the British Open.
Oh, that's terrible.
Masters, U.S. Open,
PGA Open Championship.
Sex Icon Championship.
Yes. And no, that's not recency bias.
I mean, it was literally
How is it
last
not?
weekend.
You're just saying that's such easy pickings for you to say because it was just play,
Kyle,
but that's not it.
I hope that nothing on your list includes the Open Championship, because you're about to walk into a little
recency bias. No matter anything you say that has you picking.
The best moment was
best moment. This best shot. Recency bias.
JT topped one on 18.
No. All right, here's my list. Let's do it. It's my turn. Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. Also, Masters, even though I love Scotty Scheffler, a little bit of a snoozer. No
doubt.
Rory throwing his golf club to hole out of a bunker on 18 to come in second by 4 shots just didn't do it for me. Just didn't really do it for me. But I do love Scotty Scheffler. So Masters definitely was number 4. I'm going to put the Open at 3.
Wow.
I'm going to put the Open at 3, and
this is like the anti-recency bias.
It's not because it has nothing to do with anything other than
if you say easy course, you're not my friend anymore.
It's the course was just way too easy. So that's what I'm going to go with for number 3. Number 2 has to be the U.S. Open. The U.S. Open. The shot. We're going to talk about shots and whatnot that towards the end. But you had Matthew Fitzpatrick winning the U.S. Open at the same course in dramatic fashion that he won the U.S. Amateur. Like, holy cow. And Brookline was absolutely ridiculous. Holy cow. That course was just outrageous. And then number 1, you had a playoff. And not only was it a playoff, it was a awesome playoff where you had like the setup, not just necessarily who was in it, the setup. You had the drivable par 3. You had the impossible par 4.
Drivable par 3?
Drivable par 4, the impossible par 4. JT spinning the 3-wood, whatever it was, sexy spin on the 3-wood. Playoff with Will Zalatoris, who almost won 2 majors this year. Yep. I got to go PGA Championship. Southern Hills was sick. Hitting tee shots over the top of greens. Like, it was just PGA Championship. I can't believe that's my number 1, but the PGA Championship was my number 1 this year.
Wow. That's a list. So
it is
quite obviously, and I want to put it higher. I mean, if Scheffler has to 2-putt on 18 to win the Masters, then he's not number 4. But like, it sucked coming down 17, 18. I live for the Masters. We all do. I don't care if it's not the one that you wait 6, 7, 8 months for. I have the Masters logo tattooed on my butt. Like, I don't know what else you can do to show the.
Can we talk about how almost completely right I was about everything about the Masters? I mean, I picked the winner. I picked if he doesn't 4-putt, he has a 3-foot putt to shoot 12 under for the tournament, which is the score that I picked that he would shoot. I just want to throw that out there. I basically picked the tournament how it was gonna finish, and I won a free round that I owe y'all. I won a free round that I have to pay to y'all soon at Farm Links. But anyway, keep going, Nate.
Okay, thank you. So these next 2 are tough, and I'm right there with Ben. I'm going to put the U.S. Open 3rd, and that's hard for me to do because I just think by default the PGA people just don't remember the PGA. I'm trying to think about 10 years from now. Fitzpatrick, in my opinion, he may not have name recognition in 10 years. JT will. I do believe that, plus the playoffs. So number 3, U.S. Open. I just don't think Fitzpatrick and that accomplishment, as cool as it was a month ago, still a little recency bias. Don't think it's going to stick around long term. PGA Championship 2nd. I can't believe that I'm putting that as high on the list. I would think that would be an automatic de facto 4th because it's the PGA Championship, but it was a playoff. So here's the thing: St. Andrews will, whether it was easy or not, we'll always remember the St. Andrews. I remembered immediately who won the last British Open at St. Andrews. It was Zach Johnson. Nobody even knew that Zach Johnson had a major championship. You'll always remember who won at St. Andrews. And I'm gonna take a hot take here. Rory's never gonna win another major. That's as close as he's ever gonna come. And they're gonna go back to that. They're gonna go back to that is where he should have closed. And this is gonna be a tipping point for his career, and he will forever be known as the guy who won 4 majors, and that could have been so much more. So give me Open Championship number 1. That they're going to look back 10 years from now and realize that that was Rory's. This would be the last shot he ever had at
I like where your head's at, bub. I like where your head's at.
That's correct. That's actually a really good point. Because Rory will have that. They're going to continue to make him a thing, which I do love. I love him, and it's such a battle. It's such a battle internally with that. And I think the PGA Tour has really has spoiled me on him. Him not closing, but the PGA Tour has really spoiled him on me. But that may be not so much the tournament. But you're right. They'll look back to this as this is the one. This was the last time he should have really won one. I think you nailed that because he had a 2nd place finish at the Masters, but he had no chance to win that.
Right.
No. He had no chance to win. And he had another. This
wasn't a backdoor somewhere. 2nd place at the Open.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I hate because I love Cam Smith. I've documented my love and affection and obsession with him for a long time now. But this is gonna be one of those majors where the guy who got 2nd is gonna be remembered more. The major will be remembered more for the guy who got 2nd, not the guy who won.
Well, it'd be the guy who got 3rd.
And Cameron Young will also not be remembered 10 years from now. But yeah, good point.
Yeah, it's great. It's yeah. I think I like your list. I like your list for whatever reason. I don't know. The US the Open just didn't do it for me this year. I don't know why.
The Masters was just highly disappointing because you wait all year for it. You know, it's the first taste. I don't follow any major like I follow the Masters. I know you guys are the same way.
Are we ready to talk about this? Are we ready to talk about me yet on the Masters?
Talk about it.
I won the lottery this year.
Yeah.
So
and you guys know what this prick said?
What?
I call him. He sends me the little thing. I call him. He didn't even know what day he's gotten yet when I call him. And he's like, "Oh, Monday." I'm so glad I wasn't with you because you would be ended. I would have ended you for your tone of voice being like,
I know. I was the only reason
I would pick Monday. I would honestly pick Monday. Give me all reason. If they gave me every day, I'd say no, Monday.
The only reason that I was a little bit like, I'm super fired up. Like, so people don't get mad at me, like for winning the Masters and being like,
everybody give him hate.
A douche about it. He's
gonna get canceled.
But I mean, I've already been to a Monday. So number one, I've already been to a Monday, and then B, a lot of guys don't get there until later on. Some especially the guys that play in it every year, they don't get there till later in Monday. So a lot of times, there's not a whole lot going on early in the morning, which I guess is good because you can go kind of be one with the course. You can just pillage the merch tent. You're going to get the first pick of the merch, which is great. So go ahead and send me your list, everybody. I'll be sure to hook you up.
100% markup.
Yeah, 100% markup. But so I had to be one of the first checkouts. I had to be one of the first full, it's you email to check out for tickets, rate, time frame. I had to be one of the first.
Ben, I don't know about you. I've never met anybody who's won the lottery.
Oh yeah.
Have you?
No, I haven't won the lottery. My old roommate won the lottery. I went with him.
You're old, so I guess at this point you would have.
Yeah, I've got the years. Yeah, odds are in my favor. I got a lot more experience.
Just about a lot of big numbers, yeah.
Yeah, a lot more experience.
You've been on this earth for 70 years. So.
No, one of my buddies won the lottery, and this past year, but he won it for regular tickets, and it was the day they got rained out, and they have let me just go ahead and give credit to Augusta National.
They gave him for next year, right?
He's already got him for next year, and they gave him a practice round for next year.
Wow.
So he had a tournament round.
He had a tournament round.
Wow. And so they gave him a tournament round, and that's awesome. That's awesome.
He is pretty pumped. I said, I hope it doesn't rain again, bub. Good luck.
Damn. I talked to our buddy JJ Arminio today, and he made a good point, which I've been once. I've been on a Monday, but he said Wednesday is the perfect combination of the electricity in the air because it's starting tomorrow. There's that full blown anticipation, but it's not the tournament day where everybody's like on pins and needles, and it's like like you're in church basically on a golf course.
Great point.
See, I disagree with him because that's when I went, Nate, and that's the day of the par 3 contest, and it's reverse of what Kyle just said. Because everybody gets out there and they play until lunch, and then the course completely empties out after lunch, and you can't see anybody because they're all going to play
on the par 3.
Yeah,
but then you can just go,
you can't just walk the
really
grounds.
Be a good to go Monday and Wednesday.
Monday through Wednesday is pretty solid.
Monday through Wednesday would be even more solid, just to have all 3 practice
I think what you do is you go on Wednesday when the course empties out, you go grab a putter. You buy a putter from the merch tent, and you just go see if you can get on the green. And goose, seriously, just get on the green and hit one putt. If you get arrested,
y'all said y'all could sneak in. Y'all are basically, MacGyvers. Y'all could sneak in.
I mean, can't you wear like some nice golf clothes and like a polo hat, and you're just the amateur, like with your dad's the caddy? Like, come on, like
gotta wear
that'd
pants.
Be easy. Yeah, you gotta wear pants. Yeah.
What if you went in with a full blown like golf shoes, spikes, everything, and like just figure out a way?
There are those guys out there. The bad part is they're usually staggering drunk by the time that time rolls around that they can walk out there on the course.
Understandably so.
Don't understand old men who wear their golf shoes to spectate golf tournaments.
What about if they're spikeless?
They're
usually the classic FootJoy white with the brown. They're $39.99 at Dick's. That's what they're usually wearing.
What if I wear my Nike?
No, you can get away with that.
That's fine. But like if I'm talking about like spikes. Like I'm talking about spikes.
I got
like they're walking down the cart path and you're like
metal spikes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be great.
They are.
I got the 230. I don't know if you know. I got the 230 tee time. What's y'all's favorite part about it? Like you've all been, right? Nate, you've been.
Yes.
Ben, you've been. What was your favorite part?
The funny thing is what I tell people who are about to go for the first time is the thing that stuck with me the most is that they clean the bathroom after every person that uses it.
Okay. I meant mostly about the actual. That's good though.
It's fine, dude. Whatever.
The driving range to me is awesome.
I think the overall just look of it, because as you're driving in, everything around you is brown. And then you walk inside the gates and it's like summer has just dropped. Like the good Lord reached down and stuck his finger on Augusta and everything turned green and everything was blooming and flat. And then you leave Augusta, and as you're leaving town, like all the flowers are dead and everything's dead. All the grass is dormant.
Right across the street, there's like a cash advance tax return place, love stuff, and a vape shop, like right across the street.
Yeah.
The street.
It's crazy. It's like you stepped into heaven for a few hours to see some golf, and then you walk out and you're back in hell again.
So when Kyle got his email, I immediately went to go look at hotel rooms because I was curious. I was like, I wonder if the prices have gone up yet, because like this is within minutes of Kyle getting Monday, and a hotel in Augusta on Sunday night about $900 for like the freaking Motel 6, like the bottom of the barrel, like the bed probably hadn't been made up from the guy before you.
We'll figure something out. Something out.
But I booked it. I mean, it's booked for $900.
What a great response.
I'm gonna figure out get the points for it. So
yeah, we're
still going. I mean,
I want to be.
I was just hoping to pay $600.
I want to be there. Like when they open the gates, we're gonna go rape and pillage the merchandise tent, get ready, and then just go roll around on the grass for
8 a.m. Eastern time.
8+ hours. I cannot wait.
Yeah. 8 a.m. Eastern time. The gates will open. You go straight to the merch tent, and then you have your first beer in hand by 8:45.
Yes, for $3.
Second beer in hand by 8:55.
The first one goes down so smooth.
Just goes down like milk.
Oh,
and then we're ripping pimento cheese sandwiches by 11 o'clock.
Oh, no doubt. Gosh, give me everything. Give me all of it.
Pimento cheese on Ben's face.
Give me all of it. Something else you can give me is a Blue Tees rangefinder, and then I'll feel confident on the number when I hit that pin. Blue Tees, use coupon code DADBOD, take 10% off an already incredible savings from the top of the line rangefinders, and they have all the features. You got the magnet, vibrate and lock on, toggle off, on and off slope, scan mode. I already said the magnet's built in. Yep. Awesome carrying case, everything. Blue Tees. They got Bluetooth speakers, divot tools, hats, everything. Check them out. They're getting big. You want to get on them right now before the price goes up. So go jump in right now. Save big. Bluetees.com where rangefinders start. Nate, hit the second one.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to move on here to the next category. We're going to do best moment. And this does not necessarily have to be directly related to what's happening, within the game, if that makes sense.
Sure.
We're just gonna do one. I have a couple, but we should do one for the sake of time because we still got a good bit of categories to go.
Okay.
So Kyle, roll on.
Bro. So I say Tiger making the cut at Augusta is probably one of the most memorable moments of the tournament, even though he finished wherever he finished. He shot under par, I think, his first round, which is incredible. He made the cut. Most people weren't even sure that he was going to play in it. And, that's what's crazy is that was probably the hardest walk on that leg of any of the courses that he played, if you really go back and think about it. And he did it. He made the cut. That's just special. A little over a year from whenever he basically had his leg completely have to put back together. Tiger making the cut. That's my number one memory / moment, and him playing good the first round, which he left so many shots out there, but him playing good the first round, that's my memorable major moment from the year.
Benjamin, that's a good moment, by the way.
Mine's also Tiger related. Wasn't making the cut though. It was actually him teeing it up. I've never been so excited to get in front of a television come Thursday.
Yeah.
To see him put a peg in the ground on number one, for them to do the whole thing that they did too, like keeping it a little silent, panning out, showing everybody around the first tee box. I wouldn't have cared if he topped it. I wouldn't care if he swung and missed. Like, it just, for some reason, it was one of those things where it just was kind of like, this is awesome. And then as soon as he started like walking down the hill, you're like, he's not going to make it.
Yeah.
I mean, so it was almost like a second ceremonial tee ball, because he ended up making the cut. But I didn't know he was limping on one. So I didn't know if he would even WD before the weekend happened or not.
By the time he teed off on two, everybody was texting back, holy cow, like he is not well.
Yeah, he does not look good. How is he going to get around if 2 rounds, let alone 4 rounds? How's he going to get around? So, it was just, it was everything leading up to it. It was from the time, from the time the 2 weeks out that, we did pods on it where we were like, he's got till Sunday to withdraw. Like,
we were getting like all technical about like what time on Sunday he has to.
We're like, It just was so much anticipation that when he finally swung and made contact on one, I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Like, the big cat is back on the grounds. And then it went south real quick, but whatever. Yeah. That's all right.
I'm going to do a different one. That was mine, was him just teeing it up, because when that wreck happened, I was like, that's it. We've seen it. We've seen it. We've seen all we're going to see. And he doesn't stop.
Nate, I didn't even
don't stop.
Going back to that, I didn't think that with the wreck, but when they started leaking pictures of what his leg looked like in that brace, like in the hospital, like just those fuzzy photos that TMZ and people like that, some friend of his had snuck and leaked to the media. I was like you. I was like, he's never playing golf again.
No, not on that stage. And then, I'll probably following up by the making the cut, but I will say, and I just don't think he'll ever have the notoriety or the popularity for whatever reason, but Fitzpatrick winning the US Open at the same spot Now, I will say this moment got basically ruined by NBC because they just wore the hell out of it. They interviewed his brother 12 times. Francis We Met got a 2-minute special like every 20 minutes during the broadcast.
I think we missed 3 holes of golf through the damn Francis We Met special.
Yeah, and
give him a link to the movie. Let him go watch it, man.
Yes, but it was super cool. I mean, his brother being there, and he was so young when he won it. So obviously very cool for him. So I'm going to take that as the best moment of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't believe nobody took Tiger walking down 18.
Well, I thought that was too obvious.
But recency, so
it's too obvious.
But at the same time, like that was kind of a tough moment. Like that
Max and them like letting him go ahead, like get ahead of them so he could have that walk by himself and like have it. That was cool too. And then their appreciation of it. And I feel bad for Max a little bit because he was so in awe the whole weekend. It probably
it affected his game.
It definitely affected him from not making the cut.
But he tweeted about it. He's like, I was just trying to soak it all up. He's like, I don't think I even
He's gonna have a bunch more. So
and it wasn't necessarily that him crossing the bridge on that. I think probably if I were to choose that moment without Kyle yelling at me for being a recency bias, would be his crying.
Yeah.
I mean,
you don't see that.
With Tiger, he's Mr. Emotionless, and the fact that he like had to put his hat down over his face and like had.
And the nod to Rory. I've been hating on Rory a lot lately, but Tiger respects Rory probably as much as he respects anybody on this planet.
He stopped in the fairway at 1 to watch him and all that.
That's like movie. That's like movie shit.
Is.
You can't make that up.
It is.
So, I don't know why I didn't pick that. Fitzpatrick.
That same thing happened when he and Jack. He was teeing off and Jack was coming off 18. They did that during Jack's last time.
You think they tried to time that up a little bit?
I think so.
But how cool is it if you're Rory and the guy that basically probably got you started on the game of golf, the icon, and you're watching him get recognized, and not only is he there, but you're close to him, and like as big a deal it was to Tiger, it's probably just as big a deal that Rory got to be there. Yeah,
but it's not just Rory, Nate. It's just like Kyle said. I mean, it's the Max Homas of the world. I mean, every one of those golfers know what he did for the game of golf.
Exactly. And St. Andrews is the only place where the guy teeing off to start his round is within cap tipping distance of the guy who's walking down 18, Yep. So anyway.
Yep.
A lot of just perfect things going on there. Okay, let's not get choked up. Nobody cry. All right, we're going to go on to the most clutch / best shot in majors this year. We will swing it back around to Benjamin.
I think the obvious one's got to be Fitzpatrick out of the bunker in order to put it up on the green.
Got to be up there with anybody.
The only reason I say that is because it was what he said afterwards, where he said literally statistically that's the worst shot in his bag. And he had to do that in order to close out the tournament. So I don't know that I would even pick that one if he had not made that comment afterwards. Because I'm not going to look up those statistics. I
didn't know inside 20 feet.
It's like
under the pressure.
He said he usually misses the green on those shots. Like he usually catches it fat, and then he had apparently with the lie he had to choke up, so there was a chance. He said all that was going through his mind, and he ended up flushing it.
It's unbelievable, unbelievable shot.
That's probably. I was gonna go with Scheffler being stupid on 18 and going out from under the pine tree when he should have just taken a drop, but he still got it out there in the fairway. But
on Saturday, right?
Yeah, on Saturday. But the fact that he still won by 25 shots, I had to go with Fitzpatrick doing that with the game on the line.
That's funny.
That was a really good shot.
That's funny that you mentioned that because that was my most clutch shot. So Saturday.
Scheffler?
Scheffler hooking it into the trees, taking a drop, unplayable. And he's 40 yards straight up the hill, and the pin's on the back, and he hits a 4-iron right at it literally goes past the pin, gets up and down for bogey. That shot right there, Nate said, you said he had literally no business making bogey. Should have been double at best. He hits a rocket An
off of hard pan too, by the way.
Off a hard pan, trees, limbs, and everything are gotta be in his at least in his mind, if not directly in his backswing. Just roast one. I mean, we're talking dead up the hill. You can't even see the pin, but it never leaves the pin. Rolls right off the back of the green, easy, or I say easy, up and down for bogey. And that could have been disaster. That could have been a disastrous hole.
That could have been an 8 easily.
Oh,
so that's a bogey that feels like a birdie. That's like that golf course just took its worst shot at me or its best shot at me. And I love to tell about it.
Definitely. Yeah. That to me, that's my most memorable shot, clutch shot to me of the major season.
Well, Kyle, do you remember we were all texting each other? We're like, what is he doing?
Because
he was in there taking practice swings. Like he was going back. He was like, I think I can get a club on it. And I'm sitting there going,
this is bad. This is
you better not try to hit this golf ball.
He could whiff it. Like he could hit the tree and whiff it.
It's like, take your unplayable.
And if you remember, the bet was I said that he would not shoot in the 70s all week. He was not shooting the 70s all week. And that was the one round he shot in the set. Well, I guess technically the last round because he missed the 3-foot putt that would have put him in the 60s.
Yeah.
So he was 3 under. So he was 3 or 4 under. It was 3 under. Yeah, he was 3 under because he bogeyed 3 under, and he hits it left in the trees. And we're like, I was like, oh hell, that doesn't happen when this bet hits. Y'all know that, right? It was like the dumbest bet in the history.
There's no doubt it hits.
Yeah.
But what a shot! What a shot! Take your unplayable. You roast a 4-iron 1,000 yards up the hill, right at the pin. Get up and down for bogey. Win the tournament by like 5 shots, technically.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with, and it's already been mentioned, but JT's 3-wood that just floated onto the green on the second putt. They both made birdie on the first one. Zalatoris is like, "No, I'm not scared of you."
Par 5. Yep.
Both make birdie, and then I think JT hit first, and he stuck it to like 18 feet, but like it landed like an 8-iron. Like it landed and just stopped, and he knew it as soon as he hit it. That the face that you see JT watching that shot, that was the no. I'm going to win this major championship.
He did the club twirl, then he like he sheathed it, like he sheathed
and
sword.
And he glared it down, and I would not have been surprised if he looked over at Zalatoris and was like,
"Get a piece."
Like that was the
suck on that.
Yeah,
Zally,
suck on those cojones.
That was such a great shot.
JT goes on to win, and that was so cool. And JT had a ton of clutch shots that day. People forget he was 7 shots back at some point.
Yeah,
shot 60. I think he shot 65. Another guy shot 65, but
And you had Mito Mito doubles the last to miss the playoff.
Yeah, that's tough.
Oh,
that's so tough, dude. Just like a bad bounce.
18 is impossible. That hole is impossible. There's no way.
Impossible.
I could play that hole 1,000 times. I don't think I could ever par it. It's so damn hard. Anyway,
it made for such good drama though, because
it did.
I texted y'all. I texted my old roommate, and I was like, he's going in the water. Mito's going in the water on 18.
He did. You did. You called it.
And and when he did it, like,
of course, you're bound to hit a hot
too.
take.
That's not like a big lake. It's a creaky one.
Yeah, it's a creek too.
It's
but
like
he had done it earlier. I knew it was going to get in his head. I'm sitting there going, right now, his caddy needs to give him an iron and say, you know what? Let's just play this like a 3-shot hole. Like,
that's what we said. Take his driver and break it over your leg, and he's a major champion.
And he did.
Or worst case, playoff.
Yeah,
but the crazy thing is, and when you watch golf on TV, you have no idea without the shot tracks. You have no idea where it's going. And he makes that swing, and I feel like there was a collective 5 million people across the U.S. going, "Oh!"
Yeah,
because that was
everybody knew he had flared it out right. It just was like
the ugliest. Like he almost whiffed.
It goes back to, was it PGA or U.S. Open that Phil did that when he pulled out his driver and went left over there in the woods?
Yeah, Wingfoot 2006.
It was barely off the club.
Anybody remember who won that one?
That was Ogilvy.
Jeff Ogilvy. Yeah, Geoff.
And so
tough look.
But it was the same thing. Phil did that
tough
too.
Spelling.
When everybody's like, break his driver.
Joffrey.
And that's what we were all saying about Mito. We were like, break his driver. So
Geoff.
That could be the most disappointing. You don't have that as a category, Nate. That could be the most disappointing shot of the year.
That could be.
We're getting there.
You know, it's not disappointing.
What?
Liquid IV. When you're on the course and you're just absolutely smoldering and you're parched and you need to pump up your electrolytes, Liquid IV will not disappoint you. Use coupon code DadbodGolfPod, take 25% off and get free shipping. Tons of flavors, tons of fun. Get it coming monthly. They got a subscription deal. You can get it coming monthly. So when you run out, you don't have to go back on the website. They're just going to ship it right back to your door. Cellular Transport Technology.
Wow.
We all need some. We all need to have ourselves transported with special technology. And the best way to do it is with Liquid IV. Check them out today, liquidiv.com, where cellular transport technology starts. Go ahead, Nate.
Okay. Cellular Transport Technology. This is a fun one. This is a cool category. This is a new category this year. I came up with while I was eating dinner last night. Swap a winner of a major championship this year with the runner-up.
So easy.
Swap the winner with the runner-up. Let's start off with Ben.
Okay.
So easy. I'm going to go Zalatoris and Fitzpatrick. And the reason being is because Zalatoris, he lost in that playoff with JT. There he is right there again. You're thinking Fitzpatrick's probably going to chunk it out of the bunker. There's a chance that he could at least take it to a playoff, maybe outright win it. And it kind of is, let's call it the Rory factor. All of that crap that they kept talking about how Fitzpatrick had been there and won before, I got so sick of it. I was kind of done with him by the end of the tournament.
Yeah.
And so
no fault of his own.
And
all he did was win a damn U.S. amateur, you know.
Everybody's rooting for that putt to fall for Zalatoris to go to the play. Everybody was
look, we as golf fans, you don't want it to end, you know.
No, just keep going.
You want carnage.
Yeah.
I'm
so
with
that, I didn't even know you were going to pick this category, and I'd had this conversation with another golf buddy of mine where he was talking about who'd you rather win one of the majors. So it wasn't flipping him, but he was like, and I was like, Zalatoris. Like, I want him to have a major. I think he's done enough to earn one, but that just shows you how hard they are, man. He played great golf and came so close and just comes up empty.
He's so good. He's going to win one. He's going to win one soon. Y'all are gonna laugh at this, but I would even though I really like Scotty Scheffler, I would put Rory for the career Grand Slam.
Nope, there's no chance I was giving him a chance to win a.
That would have been. I think that would have been.
I absolutely agree.
This was pre. Obviously, this is pre.
I agree. You're right.
Pre-live. We liked him at the time. We didn't like that he got real fired up and threw his club to come in second, but. And we talked about that, but this was before all this drama.
He was still likable, Rory. Yeah.
You switch him out. He wins the career Grand Slam. Rory winning the Grand Slam eventually it's going to be good for golf. It's going to be good. That I would trade that one. I think I would go ahead and give Rory the Grand Slam and move on. Taking that mindset of what we knew then versus now.
Right. In order for him to win that day, he would have had to come from behind. He would have actually had to play well. And so that would have been, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
All right. So this is going to blow you guys away. And this is mainly just for a little bit of content, but not a damn person on the planet believed in Cameron Young a week ago.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody. He's there the whole time. And I get it. Cam Smith runs off 5 in a row and Victor becomes a non-factor, like 3 holes in. The whole story is that Rory can't make a putt. But I mean, Cameron Young, I agree there was a little bit of a backdoor there because he makes the eagle on 18. But Cameron Young just coming out of the ashes to beat Cam Smith, the Players Champion, and Rory, the People's Champion, that would have been dope. That would have been a
leading round 1, first year on tour out of the corner.
Leading round 1, yeah, and stays around. Like, I mean, everybody on Thursday night, or at least myself on Thursday.
He did not. Charlie Hoffman it. He did not.
He may not make the cut. Guys like that don't make the cut.
Yeah.
So I think
I don't know why we didn't expect more. He finished 3rd at the PGA Championship.
He did, and I love Cam Smith. And this is just a purely hypothetical. I wasn't going to take it away from Scotty Scheffler because I'm not giving Rory a major. I did think about Fitzpatrick, but obviously Ben took that. And then I do like JT just stepping on people's throats. I mean, that was
Yeah.
There's just a ballsy display.
The club twirl cements it for me.
Yes.
Almost.
It was like, hey, you let me in the door. You let me come from 7 shots back, and now I'm going to bury you.
Now you're about to get club twirl on.
And that's a champion. And if Rory Mcilroy had half of that shit in him, he'd have 3 majors this year, but he doesn't.
He'd have 3 majors every year. If you could take JT's like fire and put it in Rory's body, he'd win 2 majors every single year.
Yes.
Easily.
But instead
he would win the tour championship. He wouldn't need to talk about live because he would be making 10 to 15 million dollars.
5-6 tournaments a year.
We get a club throw and a Step Brothers moment with Colin Morikawa and Rory Mcilroy on 18 because you hold out a bunker
I wish
shot.
you could take Ryder Cup Hazeltine Rory and bottle him up and have him every single week.
That was JT on that tee box.
Yes.
On 17, the second playoff hole.
I want this and the waving the finger and all.
Yes.
And then let's effing go, boy, and suck on that. Like all that stuff he said, like, give me that. Like,
bring that fire, dude. Where's that at?
Now it's just all shucks. I had a great time.
Did this past?
He's wearing a hat. That's a problem.
Ryder Cup, was that it? Did we take the fire out of him?
Did Patrick Reed break him?
Not this past year because Patrick Reed watched from the same place you did, Ben. But hey, I was playing with our buddy Chris today. He's the men's tennis coach at Auburn. Cool guy. He's from England. He's got the big old English flag on his driver head cover. So I didn't say anything. I don't say anything, although it is fun because he always says, you guys. We're talking about golf, talking about Ryder Cups. And so I pick his head cover up for him. He's like, yeah, you like that, mate? And I was like, yeah, did you see that shit back in the slaughter by the water, mate?
Suck on that. No, Chris is a good guy. He's fun to play with.
Chris.
All right, hit the Is there one more?
Most disappointing moment of the major championship. Hardest to watch / disappointing moment of the major championship season. Let's finish with Kyle.
Is it choices or like just pick out one that's disappointing?
I had to, and I can give you guys these 2 choices real quick because I think these are the 2 obvious ones. So Tiger missing the cut at Southern Hills after so much encouragement at the Masters of him making the cut and everything, or Pierre collapse on 18. So we'll just narrow this down to the PGA Championship as well.
Okay. I mean, the PGA it would have to be. It'd have to be Tiger. I mean, he made the cut, his second consecutive major. He makes the cut, but then he just shoots. What did he shoot, like 80 or something in the 3rd round, and then withdrew?
That's the WD.
Yeah, it's just that to me. All right, here's why. So the Masters comes around and he makes the cut, and you could tell he struggled, but it was like, you know what? We're going to progress. We're going to get like a little bit better. He's already made the cut, like his first major. He makes the cut. Like, holy shit, we're going to win another one. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's what you sort of had that feeling after the Masters. I feel like, at least I did. I'm like, man, we may, like St. Andrews, circle it. We may win that one because it's an easy course and Tiger's played there. So, but then you get
it look really easy.
You get the Southern Hills.
As easy as you would make it look.
Yeah. You get the Southern Hills, and it was like, damn, it hits you like a ton of bricks. Like, this is reality now. Like, it was painful to watch. So it was like you're on a high, and then you get leg swept by how just like impossible it's going to be for him to play at like an extremely high level for extended periods of time. Like, it's just, that was to me definitely the most disappointing by far.
Benjamin,
did you say it has to be it can be anything,
you could
right?
pick one.
Pick anything.
Those were the two ones that I felt were the
PGA Tour and how they have handled this whole live golf thing.
Okay, that's not a major, but we'll keep going.
That's still the most disappointing thing because it involves the major.
And you know what? I had the opportunity to shut it down. I did. I can only be mad at myself right now.
Now they've already come out.
Only be mad at myself right now.
Now they've already come out and said that they're not going to let him play in 2023. So now I really hope Cam Smith goes live. I really hope he does. Just because, you have a repeat champion that, that would be on the live tour at that time. It has been frustrating to say the least. So I think that's probably my biggest disappointment, is just how the whole damn thing's been handled, because we have said it day in and day out every single time. Just go out there and play golf and mind your own damn business.
Win, baby, win.
Yeah.
Just mind your own damn business. Who cares? All these guys that all of a sudden care how another dude makes money is just baffling to me. I just don't get it. Like, so that has been probably, if there's a dark spot on 2022's golf season, it's not the Live Tour. It's been how everybody has handled it.
Sure.
That has been involved.
So I'm going to go back to the original question that I posed in my notes. Because, like you said, I can only be mad at myself.
Before we even came on the air,
it's like,
I asked.
It's kind of like when Ben's like, hey, do you want to hear a joke? Like, the answer should always be no. Like, don't let them tell you a joke. But anyway.
Oh dear.
So Tiger, like when Tiger fell apart at Southern Hills, it was like, you know what? That's what I had originally expected. And he literally just willed himself to a made cut at the Masters. And so it sucked, but it was like, okay, this is realistic. This is what I thought was going to happen before the Masters. I have a little bit of guilt that I've been holding because I wanted Pierre to hit it in the water, because I didn't want him to win, or I wanted a playoff. I didn't care if he won. If he made it to playoff, I would have rooted for him. But in my heart of hearts, I did not want him to win outright on 18, because then it would be over. And I hate when a major championship ends. I mean, I would love for a major championship to go on indefinitely. Like, even when the playoff ends, it's like, damn it. Like, what are we supposed to do now? Like, go out and mow the grass? Like, what? You gotta go to work tomorrow? But when Pierre made that swing, it's like I was hoping for it, and I felt awful about it. Not that had anything to do with me, but I wanted him to block that in the water. I wanted him to make bogey. I wanted there to be a playoff. And so I kind of have a lot of carry some guilt about that.
That's okay. It all evens out, because you know what? I was hoping that he did it. He did it, and I was so happy he did it. I was so pleased.
Yeah. But you know, that got the shortest end of the stick was Joaquin Niemann. Like, it's like, here I am rooting against this guy, and then they pan over to Niemann, who is like in a like a wreck, like his dog just got ran over, and I was like, I am such an asshole.
Oh man!
I forgot about the Joaquin Niemann thing.
Dude, they've got him in the booth, and he is like, he can't even speak. He's so nervous, and he's down there watching him on the tee box. Like, if I'm Niemann, I'd be like, driver, dude. Like, about the first thing I said to him after he just lost a major championship, like, you hit driver?
Yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about the Neiman thing.
Goodness, and it was gracious. It went worse from there. I mean, Pierre misses the green, hits a horrible chip. I mean, in theory, he could have made a par or bogey, right? He could have made bogey and still made it to the playoff.
Yeah.
And he made double after that, which he didn't have to do. So that was rough.
He even took the wrong drop, remember? He could have gone back further into the shorter grass, and instead he tried to hit it out of the rough right there next to the water.
And then,
because everybody was like, well, what are you doing?
And then he goes up to
driver, and then you drop in the rough. What are you doing?
And then he goes up to the green and just pulls a wedge out and walks up to the ball and chips it. It's like, he's trying to get out of here. Like, he's trying to get done before,
he got that text from his wife on 17. His ass was in big trouble. He needed to get home.
Are you done yet? You're still playing?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Boys, that was a great major championship wrap up. We had some great major champions this year.
You don't have more?
That's it. I ended on a disappointing note because I'm married, and that's how it works around here.
No, it was a great major season. Playoffs.
Thrilled that Rory didn't win one. Thrilled.
I'm not going to say that.
I am too.
I'm not going to say that because I still love him. I think he's going to turn the corner on this Live thing. I think it's going to end up being good. So we'll see. But gosh, I hate the majors are over. We got playoffs to look forward to. Right? Is it President's Cup?
President's Cup this time.
President's Cup in Quail Hollow up in North Carolina.
Charlotte. Yep. We should go. We should probably go.
I've been to the Quail Hollow Championship up there.
I've never been. Heard a lot of good things. Should be a lot of fun. So y'all have a great weekend. Play some golf. We'll be back. We'll talk about something over the weekend. The golf tournament's not going to be.
We're talking about the 3M Championship.
The 3M Championship's going on right now.
Tony Finau, Ches Reavie trying to make another cut.
Is that the one that's in like Detroit? Is that?
I don't know. They were sweating their ass.
You know what 3M makes? Like, what do you think they give those guys? Like, hey, here's some tape. Thanks for playing the 3M Championship.
unlimited Scotch tape.
Scotch tape.
Hey, fun fact, Nate. 3M started in Opelika, Alabama.
Really?
Yes.
Money.
Interesting. Sell. All right. Y'all have a great weekend. Play some golf, and we'll talk back on Monday. It's episode 206, brought to you by Bet Online, the Dadbod Golf Pod.
No way. That's broken.
Cam Smith.